Welcome to the Lessons Learned for Vets podcast page. My name is Lori Norris, and I created this show for you. I want this show to serve as a source of advice and guidance as you navigate the military transition path. I want you to know that you're not alone with what you're going through, and I want you to know that there is only one right way to transition out of the military, and that is the way that you choose to do it. We're just here to help smooth the path ahead of you and advise you about any bumps in the road that you might come across. So if you enjoy this video, please give us a like, subscribe to our page, and I encourage you to go to your favorite podcast provider and listen to the full episode of this show. You can also visit our website at www.ll4forvets.com. I promise you will get some great information. Well, we are here today on our YouTube bonus question with Brian Arrington, the founder of Vets to Industry, the director of military programs and recruiting for Military Hiring Accelerator. And Brian, thank you so much for being with me today.
Thank you. Sounds like I dabble in a few things.
He's got a couple of jobs. No big deal. Father of six. That should be at the top of your list. So 6 children.
You put them all in different rooms.
It's not good when you have more children than you and your wife have arms. Like, what do you do with them all? So luckily you've spaced them out. So that helps, right? So okay. We talked about it on the podcast. So if you haven't listened, go check it out. But every month, Vets to Industry hosts virtual networking events. A couple weeks ago, I did an episode on how to successfully navigate those virtual career fairs and networking events, but I want to hear from the founder of Vets to Industry himself. Like, what are some insights and tips on how someone could be really successful at one of these events?
So I'm going to give you a resource first. And that is if you go to vets2industry.org and you go to the knowledge section, click on the proven checklist. And this is a checklist that I created in order to help transitioning service members or those who are doing career pivots with what to expect in their transition and also how to create their LinkedIn profile. But if you scroll down to the bottom, there is an article that I wrote called How to Crush the B2I Networking Event. And it is phenomenal. It's going to give you exactly the details you need. But here is some of the things that you're going to get. So when you go to the networking event, you don't have to have a 30-second elevator pitch ready. But if you do, that would help you even more. You are going to get personalized help, especially if you ask for it. During the event and reaching out to people after the event. Bring a notepad and paper so you can identify people that you actually want to talk to during the week, especially when you go into, if you hear somebody in the main room and you're like, man, that was powerful. Write their name down so you know to reach out to them at a later time. And if you want to put any notes next to them. So having that ready is great. Make sure you speak to everyone that you can during the breakout sessions, because you never know who knows who and where that next opportunity comes from. Plus, you can find out for your friends and your spouses about opportunities that might be great for them, or a resource that maybe one of your troops is suffering from PTSD. And did you know that active duty service members can get a free PTSD service animal, anywhere in the country? That's something that you could tell them before you transition out. So there's so much out there, so many resources, so many people to connect with, veteran advocates, recruiters. You have universities and colleges, you have veteran-owned businesses, spouse-owned businesses, you have civilians, you have business leaders. So there's all sorts of people that you can connect with. I guess the next one would be make sure when you do the pre-event survey, after you register and do the pre-event survey, that you leave your LinkedIn URL in there. If you do not have a LinkedIn URL, create it. All right. put your LinkedIn URL in there, even if you have no content on your page, and you will get people to reach out to you from that event and start building your network. And then we can help you to polish your LinkedIn URL, LinkedIn page up through Vets to Industry.
Absolutely. I think, you make a really good point. You talked about a 30-second elevator pitch, which really sounds kind of intimidating, right? Like I have to talk for 30 seconds about myself. And I'll tell you, a couple of episodes ago, I think it was episode 36 in season 2, I did a career fair success episode. And in there, I told you about a free downloadable, like step-by-step, I'll walk you through how to create your self-introduction. And you can go to our website at nextforvets.com and download that absolutely free of charge. You don't even have to give us your email address. And that is there for you. So that is another thing to think about, is I'll help you also prepare that.
The last thing that is most critical from our event is when you're not even in the event, and that is follow-up. Every person that you connect with, you should be spending the next week to 2 weeks scheduling calls, 15 to 20-minute calls, getting an information interviews with those people that really are subject matter experts, and getting that set up. Also, during the event, you're going to want to make sure that you wear some business attire. It's great seeing people in some sweatshirts and feeling comfortable. But if you're looking for employment, how you look, how your lighting is, to the recruiters that are on there makes a difference. First impressions make a difference. You don't have to wear anything on the bottoms, all right, but at least on the top, wear something that's a business casual at least. But it all depends on what kind of roles you're looking for.
Yeah, dress for the position that you want to apply for. Absolutely, I appreciate that. So there's more tips on the Vets to Industry website. There is the tool that's free to you on the Next for Vets website. And I know that you've got lots of support material and reading that they can do there. And
lots of
also,
blogs.
Yep.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. I wanted to hear from the founder of the virtual networking event himself, Brian Arrington. So thank you so much for joining us and giving us that insight.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Bye.
Hey, thank you for watching the video today. Have you subscribed to our channel yet? Did you leave us a comment? Have you listened to the full episode of the podcast on your favorite podcast provider? We sure would appreciate it if you would do all of these things to support us today.